Let's talk about how Crunchyroll prices are increasing, as well as Crunchyroll merging finally with Funimation. Welcome back. My name is Noble Oath. I just wanted to talk about the state of anime right now being in a very big uprising because it's taken a toll on the fan base as a whole. Whatever kind of anime watcher you are, whether it's action anime, romance anime, whatever kind of anime it may be, the state of anime is severely changing. And this is due to the fact that Crunchyroll has finally announced, as of a couple hours ago of me recording this video, I think it's very highly important that people be educated on what changes are going on, as well as how it can affect longtime fans of anime that grew up watching Funimation over the years and have provided support to Funimation by purchasing digital copies. That's another segment that I really wanted to talk about because let's just straight up first talk about the price increase of Crunchyroll. Now, Crunchyroll has an annual payment that you do every single year to gain access to all of the Crunchyroll anime library. It's been this way for as long as Crunchyroll's been around. And so the price for that currently sits at around $55 USD. But with this new announcement of Crunchyroll finally merging with Funimation, obviously it's getting more anime intake. So now you have Crunchyroll that's getting a lot of more anime library to provide for the fans, but this is where it becomes very construed because Crunchyroll has announced that the price for the annual subscription has raised from $55 to $99, and now everyone's in a state of shock. This has been a very big, crazy announcement, mainly because of the fact that who wants to pay $100 for an annual fee for a whole bunch of anime that prior to Funimation, I remember days where people would go online and try to find different anime on various websites and try to just watch it just like that. I mean, I can't blame myself. Every anime fan has probably done it at least once. And now with this new announcement, I honestly don't blame people for even doing that. If anything, it's more or less like a boycott in a sense that people are just fed up with the fact that Crunchyroll is charging this much to have their fans provide more funds, which, you know, in hindsight is very beneficial towards animation companies like Kadokawa, for example, but it is also very detrimental to the fan base as well. You know, people will start to do what they did to Disney Plus, which in current day, Disney Plus has currently lost over 1.2 million. I think it's either million or billion. They have lost $1.2 million from increasing the price of their streaming services. And now you're having this more meta of a topic where streaming services are increasing their prices due to either big library change as well as merging different companies into their company. Most notably for Disney, it would be Fox. Fox has had a wide variety of its entities and IPs come into Disney property, mainly because of the fact that Disney bought off Fox. And so now you're seeing the same thing happen with Crunchyroll and Funimation, where Funimation, I see it as the end of an era. Funimation has been around for quite some time. I don't remember the exact year, but obviously anyone could look that up. I remember seeing Funimation, like the old style logo advertisement, whenever I would see different trailers for anime, whether it was for an upcoming anime back in like 2013. I remember seeing those things and I was like, Funimation, like that old style retro advertisement for Funimation whenever it was like branded, like an anime that was coming out branded for Funimation, it would say it was so cool and retro style that it just felt like it would last for a very long time. It's kind of sad to see it go out this way, mainly because of the fact that it's not only the price increase affecting that change that has people scrambling and becoming very verbally angry towards this change. It's not only that, there has been another announcement that digital copies won't be transferred into the Crunchyroll library. What I mean by digital copies is the fact that if you bought any sort of digital copies of anime that you admire, you love, and you bought those solely on Funimation, they will not be added to your library of anime. And the fact that if you have those digital copies, you don't have to buy a subscription to watch them. You could just watch them because you bought that digital copy on Funimation. Well, where else will it go? It's not going anywhere. It's going to be permanently deleted. And now Crunchyroll is just encouraging people to check out their big library that you have to pay a high subscription for at least $99. Thank you very much. Have a good day. And that really does change the dynamic of how anime is produced and how the mainstream line of anime is going to be conducted. Because the more price you get to increase for your streaming company, the less viewership you're going to get from your streaming services, as evidenced by Disney Plus. And I honestly think that if any Crunchyroll representative or employee, whoever's watching this video, I highly encourage that there be some change. Anime has existed for a very long time. People have loved anime, and there was always the stereotype that, man, I don't want to pay for anime. I'm going to watch them on other separate websites, which I will not name, but I want to watch it on different websites because I just don't want to pay for anime. That's always been a stigma, and honestly, thinking about it now, it'll definitely come into fruition with this big change that Crunchyroll are putting out. I can't say how much more disappointed I am with this Crunchyroll change, mainly because of the fact that I myself am a Crunchyroll premium member. I pay for Crunchyroll. I mean, it's like $10 a month, and I can imagine, obviously, with that Crunchyroll change, it's obviously doubling every single pricing for the library of anime on Crunchyroll is doubling due to the merge of Funimation, so that $10 will turn to $20. I don't necessarily think I would be affected by it, but obviously I'm definitely pissed off as much as the next person, because who wants to spend more money than they need to just to watch some animation? Honestly, there are some really good animes out there, but it's the best way to keep up with the hot topics. I love the advertisement that Crunchyroll gives on the idea of representing new anime that are releasing, that they have become this popular mainstream anime, like Oshinoko, for example, last year. For this year, you have many popular anime that are getting their day in the spotlight, which is nice. But you're not going to get that viewership towards those popular anime that you're advertising if you have this big of a price range for a viewership that, let's just be honest, some people don't have that kind of money. I'm very disappointed with this change, and I wanted to speak out on this because it's definitely worth talking about, especially in the anime community that provides a lot of funds towards this company that we come to grow and admire, but now see as a chain block that just cares about the money. I'm not going to say that they just don't care about the money and that they do care about the fan base that loves anime. All of these otakus, of course they love the otakus. Why wouldn't they create a streaming services especially for anime if they did not love the otaku fan base? Obviously the representatives, the employees there at Crunchyroll love the anime fan base, but when you're doing stuff to them like this, it's very unfair, and I definitely wanted to open up this conversation so that it gets the limelight and that people are aware that this change is not good for anime fans who have purchased their rights to hold an anime. And this goes back to one of my biggest foundations as an anime fan. If I truly love an anime that I just love and admire. For example, I wanted to show this off because it really does matter to some point or another, and this is like trying to take it away. And I wanted to give an actual visual example of what Crunchyroll is doing to their fans so that Crunchyroll themselves can understand what they're doing to their fans. I have a physical copy of Suzuka. This anime is lovely. I absolutely admire it. It has all that you love in a romance anime. I absolutely love this anime. But you want to know the kicker to this one? It is branded by Funimation themselves. So this property is now going to belong to Crunchyroll, the entire series itself. Now, if you have a digital copy of this version of the anime, you want to know what Crunchyroll are going to do to it? Yeah, they're going to do that. Crunchyroll, listen to the fans, because they support you full-heartedly and they do not deserve this treatment. Thank you. What are your thoughts on this Crunchyroll price increase and the merge of Funimation into Crunchyroll? Do you think it's a good thing or do you think it's a bad thing? I want to know your guys' thoughts and opinions. I have been Noble Oath. Feel free to like, subscribe, comment down below your guys' thoughts and opinions. And with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care and peace.